Dear scholars, let us start learning the last lesson in the first term. It is 2.7, the great scientists. Great scientists are persevering and never deterred by difficulties. Here, deterred means discouraged. So, whichever great scientists we know, they all never discouraged by the difficulties, the problems they faced before achieving their success. Which great scientists or which great scientists are this lesson about that we will see. So, let us start learning the lesson without wasting time. Here is the first paragraph. Michael Faraday is regarded as one of the most distinguished scientists and inventors of modern times. Distinguished means well known or successful. So here Michael Faraday, who is well known and successful scientist as well as inventor of modern times, and his work on electricity is still a subject of study in the form of Faraday's laws. So, what is given in this paragraph? The name of the great scientist who is Michael Faraday, who is inventor, scientist for his work on electricity. His work on electricity is called Faraday's laws. But few know his inspirational life story, which is all about courage and fighting against the odds. Here, odds means difficulties, problems, hardships. So, Michael Faraday is the well known great scientist today we know. But before being the scientist or becoming the scientist, he suffered many of the difficulties and hardships. But whatever he achieved, it is because of his courage, his interest only. Let us see about Michael Faraday and his early life in short. Michael Faraday was born into a poverty stricken family in a in a dirty London suburb. So, poverty stricken family, that is very poor family, and where his family used to live, that is in dirty London suburb. He suffered from a speech defect. It was his fault or problem when he was a child. What was that? Speech defect. He would pronounce rabbit as wabbit. So he had a problem with pronunciation of the words. So it was his speech defect as a child. He could not even say his own name and would call him Faraday. So instead saying Faraday, he used to say Faraday. So you can notice over here, instead pronouncing R, he used to pronounce W, that is R instead V. Other children laughed at him and teachers did not help him either. So it was his suffering because of his speech defect. When he was 12, his mother was forced to take him out of school, thus putting an end to his formal education. So as he was born in poverty stricken family, and as he was born in that dirty London suburb, and also as he had a speech defect as a child, his mother was forced to take him out of school, and because of that, the formal education, that primary education of Michael Faraday had stopped. then you might be confused how he could have become the scientist, as he couldn't take his primary education or couldn't complete his primary education. Let us see what happened further. At 13, however, he started working with a bookbinder, binding hundreds of books during the day and staying up all night to read them. It was his work. What was that? He started working as a bookbinder, and in a daytime he used to bind hundreds of books, and at all night he used to stay reading them. Whatever books he got to bind, he used to read them. Reading thus became his obsession. Here obsession means passion. One day he came across a book on electricity which had been sent to his master for binding. He started reading it and was completely hooked. That was his first introduction to the subject of electricity, which soon became a lifelong fascination. Fascination means interest or passion. So, in one of the nights, he came across the book on electricity. When he started reading it, it completely made his thoughts change, because it was the introduction, that book became the introduction to the subject of electricity for him. And reading that book, the electricity subject of electricity became Faraday's lifelong passion, lifelong interest, the part of interest. Faraday was still poor at 21. Once a friend gave him a free ticket to public lecture and demonstration by the renowned chemist Humphrey Davy at London's Royal Institution. Humphrey Davy was also one of the chemists or scientists. He was renowned. Renowned means well known, famous. So he was going to give a public lecture and demonstration, and for that show there was a ticket. So Faraday's friend gave him free ticket and asked him to go and watch, go and see, go and enjoy that public lecture as well as demonstration. What is about Davy? Davy's work on chemicals and electrical lighting was the subject of conversation among the scientists of that age. So, Davy was also one of the great scientists. 70 years later, across the Atlantic Ocean in USA, that is United States of America, the same work enabled Thomas Edison, one of the great scientists, to produce the first consistent light bulb. So he is the inventor. Thomas Edison is the inventor of light bulb. So here we came across the three names of the scientists, that is Michael Faraday, Humphrey Davy and Thomas Edison. Let us see what happened further. That day in 1812, Faraday was spellbound by Davy's lecture. Spellbound means held attention. He had nothing to say. He was completely shocked. His thoughts were completely changed. Why? Because of Davy's lecture in 1812. He kept taking notes about the mysterious force of electric flood. He was so engrossed in the lecture that he forgot to applaud with the rest of the crowd. Engrossed? engaged, completely involved. And applaud means clapping, appreciating. So all the people were appreciating, clapping for Davy. But as Michael Faraday was engaged or engrossed in that lecture taking notes, he forgot to clap for Davy. When he went back, his notes were so compressive that he bound them into a book, meaning to gift it to Davy someday. Faraday decided that day that he didn't just want to sell books, he wanted to be a great scientist, good enough to write his own books. Davy became his role model, but there was a problem. He did not have the social status because he was born in dirty London suburb. So he did not have social status, money or the education to pursue science. So these are pursue means follow. So these are some more hardships of Michael Faraday as a child. Faraday thought it would be wonderful if Davy became his mentor. But Davy did not agree initially. Faraday was not dejected. He just kept trying. Dejected became sad, saddened, nervous. He didn't become nervous. He wanted to take he wanted to Davy to be his mentor or teacher or guide, and wanted to work with him. But as he had no social status, no money and education to pursue science, Faraday didn't listen him, or Faraday didn't agree at the beginning. So this is all about some of the first paragraphs of the lesson Great Scientist. Further part of the story or the lesson we will see through the next video.